Morning, Trainiacs. Wait. So you might be able to notice that I am gradually wearing less and less for my outdoor runs. And I'm gradually running more and more. That means that these babies, the on-running clouds, are probably maxing out at their mileage after about 7 months. So, very exciting thing happened yesterday. A friend came by and dropped off these, the Nike Zoom Fly. Now these aren't like the $800 on eBay 4% marathon shoes, but these are their little brother or sister. And I've been giving them a try for the last few days, and I am gonna go try them with my first outdoor run that I'm gonna do. Let's do that. Ooh, that got snappy towards the end. So that ended up being a 7K run, a 4.2 mile run, ending at a total of a 4:33 per kilometer pace. Did the last 2 kilometers in around 4-minute pace. That equates to an average of a 7-minute mile, bring it down to a 7:40, I want to say. Wow, that was hard. Ugh. Let's talk about these. They're fast. The Nike Zoom Fly, not to be confused with the Nike Vaporfly 4. This is basically the everyman version of the Nike Vaporfly 4 that was developed for the Breaking 2 project to get a marathoner under 2 hours. Now, those shoes just got re-released last week and sold out in a grand total of about 3 minutes. You can find them on eBay right now for as much as $800. These, however, are very easy to find. They're all over the place. They, I would say, are probably the much more practical purchase, unless you are a complete shoe buff who's going for that Vaporfly 4 just because of its exclusivity, in which case you're probably not even gonna run on it, which is really weird. This, because of its price point, is probably the shoe that I'd recommend. Now, I've only run in it for a grand total of a little over 40 minutes, and I'm quite late to the party because this was released last year. A friend of mine gave it to me to try because I started getting intrigued about the science that went into this and the Vaporfly when it got re-released last week. Now, here are the specs on it. Number one of the biggest aspects of this shoe that they say makes it fast is the carbon sole on the inside. So right in the middle of the sole, there's a carbon plate that goes through, and its idea is that it springs you up off the ground. And I'll say that this is a very, not a poppy shoe, but it at least gets you rolling forward in a very definite way. And it's not just that carbon plate that's doing it, the structure of the sole also does it. It's a 10mm heel drop from heel to toe. But it doesn't feel like a 10mm heel drop. It doesn't feel like the heel is really getting in the way, because I think that measurement is coming from just the difference between the heel and the toe. But what ends up happening, how the structure actually works when you stand on this just normally, it's like you're standing on a flat platform here. The middle sole here is really just rolly. You're not going to be standing on that. So when you land, you're going to land somewhere around here, and as your momentum is carrying you forward, you are encouraged, you really have no choice but to roll forward. Then on the front of the shoe, you've got another stable platform, and because of that carbon insole, it's basically going to give you a very strong toe off that, boom, you're going to end up going forward. And I felt that like instantly. This is not a subtle thing. We actually have a friend in our group that is a real techie. He did the math and he said that at the same rate of perceived exertion, these are 4 seconds faster per mile than all of his other shoes. And this guy's been to Kona multiple times. This guy's so anal about just looking at every last little thing that he's been known to the night before a race, going chain link by chain link, putting 1 dab of lube in each. So the man knows his stats. Now, a couple of the differences between this and the more expensive Vaporfly are that you can distinguish this instantly by these fly wires right here. The Vaporfly doesn't have that. The weight is also a fair bit different. These come in not necessarily really light. They come in at around 9 to 9.3 ounces depending on your sizing. And apparently the foam that's used here is a little bit different. But they've still got the tongue on the inside where you can put the date of your race. They've got the etching on the back of the right shoe where you can put the time that you hit. Essentially the styling is just the same, and these come in at around $150. Some of them are on sale now for $110 as opposed to $400, $500, $600, $800. I think I'm actually going to pick up a pair of these for myself. However, I'm not going to use them as my everyday trainer. Now, granted, they have the rubber on the front and the rubber on the heel, but just foam on the inside. I understand that people that have tested these over, say, 100 miles, they say that the durability holds up really well because those main contact points are hard rubber. But the reason that I'm not going to be using it for like my all the time shoe is because it's really, really well designed for speed. Getting up to a nice high speed with tempo work, with intervals, with track work, with like a fast finish like I did today felt great. However, the platform is kind of unstable and it's also really stiff. It's not comfy and cushy, and I think that's why it's got a bit of a bad rap, is because people are taking this shoe and trying to apply it to all different types of running when it's really just designed to go fast. So for those long, slow runs, I'll probably go to something that's a little more comfortable, has a little bit more flex than this, and is just designed as like a better recovery runner. Related to that, you probably also aren't going to use these for cross training, going to the gym, because it is not really a stable platform to walk around on. And for us triathletes, a couple of the things that you should know is it was just butter yesterday to run in with bare feet. However, I would absolutely be switching these out for a different set of laces. While you can give them a double knot, you got enough length to do that. You can switch these out for elastic laces, which I'd probably recommend. They are these like rectangular little spaghetti laces, and they came undone on that run that I just did right now. Overall, I'm a big fan. Probably gonna be adding a set of these to my arsenal, especially if you can get them on sale right now for that $110 price point. I think that these are going to be a very nice running shoe if you want to go fast. We all want to go fast. And one final thing that I forgot to mention, I did a poll of a bunch of Instagram people that said that they use this. They said that they have to go a half size up. So there you go, Trainiacs. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned over the next month or so. I'll be doing my annual running shoe lineup. So if you aren't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button below if you don't want to miss that. Later.